Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome back for more of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic as we continue our story in progress as myself, as Leo Wolverine, your sensational perfect Spider-Man! Woohoo! So yeah! So we're gonna continue our story in progress. So, Sith of the Air are not a species, but followers of an ideal. I wouldn't say that. Okay. Let's go talk to Bastila. Let's see what she has in mind.
How can I help?
You look like something's bothering you.
No, not bothering me. Not exactly. I've been thinking about what the Jedi Council said about the two of us. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
Well... well, how do I say this? I think you're interested in more than just the bond. Well, doesn't the bond mean my presence is necessary?
Necessary, perhaps, but it is no guarantee of our success. I admit, I'm a little disturbed that such a bond could be possible in the first place. I saw your service records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you some questions, given our relationship.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say is this some kind of clumsy come on. Okay, I'll answer a few questions.
Don't worry, these are simple questions. Nothing too intrusive. First, what kind of background do you have?
Okay. I'm a hunt in a human form plotting to overthrow the Republic. No. I was a scout. The fleet recruited me for my skills.
Good. On which planet were you born?
Kashyyyk. I'm a Wookiee. Can't you tell? No! No. Duralia. It's in a remote system. Why?
Excellent. Your current age is?
3012. Healthy living, you know. No! Wasn't all this in my service records as well about my age?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
And what did you find out?
You were honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taurus. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later, after you've had time to think about all this.
Thanks. I think. Because of the bond you and Bastila share, she is extremely interested in learning more about your character. However, you get the sense there is something she isn't telling you very much. What is she hiding? However, we're gonna go and tell the Jedi Council back in the Enclave of what we found in the about the Star Forge. There will be a bunch of commentary, and I'll tell you about this episode a little bit later. So yeah, you're gonna have to wait on it and hold on to your horses, cause I ain't saying it yet about the episode part.
You have returned, young Padawan. Have you discovered what it was that Revan and Malak sought in those ruins?
Yes. We found an incomplete star map and mention of something called a Star Forge.
This news of a Star Forge is disturbing. Action is required, but we must not do so in haste. We must discuss recent events in light of this new information.
We should consult the Jedi archives to see if there's any mention of the Star Forge and what it might do. We must learn why Revan and Malak sought it out.
Return to your ship with Bastila, and we will summon you when we are done.
Oh boy. I wonder what information.
Padawan, you have done well in discovering the star map hidden within the ancient ruins. But there is more you must do in the battle against Malak and the Sith. We Jedi know victory over the Sith will not come through martial might. The Council has a mission for you, Padawan.
I've consulted our vast archives in an effort to discover the nature of this Star Forge, but all my efforts have been in vain.
That stinks.
Still, the Council are in agreement. The Star Forge must be found. Revan and Malak sought it out when they began their tragic fall. The Star Forge is surely a powerful tool of the dark side.
Bingo.
The star map in the ruins showed you 4 planets, but it was incomplete. It did not show the location of the Star Forge itself. We believe there may be similar star maps on other planets. Each star map is likely a small piece of a larger puzzle. Find the star maps on Kashyyyk, Tatooine, Manan, and Korriban, and we believe they will lead you to the Star Forge.
I am ready to do the Council's will.
The Jedi numbers have been ravaged by this war, by defections to Malak's cause, and by Sith assassins. But we realize the importance of this mission. Yet if we send a company of Jedi Knights with you, we would surely draw the full attention of Malak and the Sith, dooming your efforts to failure.
Wow, that sucks. So, am I to undertake this task alone?
Secrecy is our best defense against the Sith. But it would be foolish to send you on this quest without someone to aid you, young Padawan. Bastila will accompany you, for there is a powerful connection between you two. A connection that might be the key to unraveling the mysteries uncovered by Revan. And Juhani has also asked to accompany you. After long deliberation, we have granted her request.
Really?
Juhani nearly fell to the dark side. Perhaps her presence will serve as a reminder to you of the dangers of that path.
There are others I want to join me.
Of course, those who aided you on Taris will also come. They possess skills you may find useful in your quest. Remember that secrecy and discretion are paramount to your success.
Bingo.
You will not be able to hide the fact that you are a Jedi, nor should you. But the true nature of your mission must not reach Malak's ears. You may return here at any time. Dantooine will be a sanctuary for you, a safe haven. Here you can find supplies and whatever advice or other aid we may give you.
When do I leave?
You can leave whenever you wish. The sooner the better. The longer you wait, the stronger Malak becomes. But first, a warning, young Padawan.
Okay.
The lure of the dark side is difficult to resist. I fear this quest to find the Star Forge could lead you down an all too familiar path.
The fate of the galaxy is in your hands, young Padawan. We pray you are up to the challenge. May the Force be with you.
Journey added. Or journal added, sorry. So the Jedi Council has instructed me to seek out the ancient star maps scattered about the galaxy in the hopes of uncovering the location of the mysterious Star Forge, as Revan and Malak did before you. Alright, it's time that we go find it. And guess what? We're heading to Kashyyyk. Very nicely indeed.
You have done a great thing. One of our own had strayed, but you have returned Juhani to the Order. For this you deserve the highest praise.
Thank you, Balea. I will return to Dantooine someday. Yeah, I'm going the right way. Thought I was not going the right way. I am going the right way. I was just unsure.
Takumjus takmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita botunga.
You don't have a word with me? Tell me, how do you know the council gave me a mission? You told me you saw me going to the council chambers and I was there for and you were there for some time. You naturally assumed the council had given me a special task to perform. Telling me to please understand that I'm not asking you to reveal anything that could endanger the order of the Republic. Whatever task the council has given you is for your ears, not mine. I only wanted to wish you well and to warn you to be careful. There are many evils out there, many dangers. The Sith are not the only minions of the dark side. What could be more dangerous than the Sith? Master Dorak has been training me to succeed him as chronicler here in the Academy. In my studies, I have come across tales of creatures that are born of the dark side, monsters of pure evil. The worst of these abominations is the Tarentatic, the beast that feeds on the blood of those who are strong in the Force. Over the centuries, many Jedi have fallen to their ravenous hunger. What makes this creature so dangerous? The Tarentatic is a predator, and we Jedi are its prey. They are incredibly strong with a primal cunning, and they have an inborn resistance to the Force. There are some who believe the Tarentatic is a monster bred by the ancient Sith. Fortunately, the Tarentatic is quite rare. They only dwell in the most dangerous and darkest of places. In fact, one has not been seen in nearly 40 years. Sounds like they are extinct. This is not the first time their Tarentatic have vanished for long periods of time. Many believe they can lay dormant for years, only to rise and hunt when the power of the dark side waxes full. I fear Malix's rise may have woken these creatures from their dormant state. Once the Sith are beaten, I would not be surprised if the Council organized another great hunt to try and exterminate them. The Great Hunt? What's that? The Great Hunt was organized by the Jedi Council shortly after the war against Exar Kun. Jedi were scattered throughout the galaxy, helping to rebuild from the devastation. Many Jedi vanished during this period, disappearing from a variety of worlds without warning. We did not know what they had been slain until their mutilated bodies began to be discovered. The Council investigated and discovered the Tarentatic at work behind the killings. It was decided the galaxy had to be purged by these insatiable monsters. Insatiable monsters, though the cost proved high. What cost? Many Jedi banded together and journeyed to the planets that were suspected of harboring the Tarentatic. The Great Hunt did not rest until all the creatures had been slain, or almost all. There were still rumors of Tarentatic on the planet of Korriban, a dark world some believed to be the birthplace of the Sith. That is where Exar Kun was corrupted during the First Sith War. They never went to Korriban. The Council, fearing more Jedi might fall to the dark side, declared the Great Hunt was officially over, though 3 Jedi were appointed to continue the work. Why? What was so special about those 3? The Jedi chosen to continue the hunt on their own were Dorun Kel Droma, Gunhan Saresh, and Shella Nur. These 3 shared a powerful bond of Korriban and Lord of the Dark Side. But none of the 3 survived. Their master felt them become one of the Force when they left this world. He believed they were slain by one of the monsters they sought. The council felt it was too dangerous to send anyone else in search of their remains, so their exact fate is not known. But let their death serve as a warning to you, Padawan. Thanks for the warning. I'll be careful. A final warning as you go, Padawan. Do not underestimate the Tarantinic. If you do, they may suffer the same fate as those who disappeared after the Great Hunt. Wow, that's sharp. Alright, to the Ebon Hawk. Let's go to Kashyyyk. It is believed that hyperspace travel was brought to this galaxy by an unadvanced race now extinct, but we don't know who it is. This is my ship. And that's my workbench. Ooh, I can... Crystal blue. Let's see. Armor, Republic mod. Whoops. Melee weapon. Ranged weapon. No. Looks pretty good. Okay. Candace, anything you want to talk?
Yeah, what do you want?
I was wondering if you had any more war stories.
I was one of the best youth warriors in the clan Ordo in my time. No one before me had mastered the power of our basilisk war droids as quickly as I had. Except Mandalore himself, of course. In those days, we were sweeping across the Outer Rim, destroying all who fought us. Young Mandalores would prove themselves in real combat with unknown opponents above 1,000 worlds. Each brought back stories of his achievements.
What was your story?
I remember it well, orbiting high above a placid world, its defenses just stirring. As was tradition, I would go ahead of the first wave to find enemies in the thickest fighting. I remember sitting there in my armor, linked directly with the basilisk thrumming beneath me, my heart racing with fear of the coming battle.
Really? What happened next?
The doors opened in front of me, and the air was sucked out of the drop bay, scattering crystals of frozen vapor across my path. I can't describe what it feels like to look directly down at a world, falling continuously as you circle it, with barely 15 centimeters of armor plate protecting you. When the magnetic locks disengaged on my droid, I plunged out of the drop bay towards the battle that waited below.
So, who were you fighting anyway?
I don't remember. It doesn't matter anyway. That world's dead now. The exhilaration, the euphoria I felt as I streaked into the atmosphere, dodging self-guided projectiles and beam weapons, was unmatched. An 80-kilometer plunge through the atmosphere, dodging and weaving, the outside of my armor glowing like the sun with the heat of re-entry. And with barely 30 meters to spare, I twisted and skimmed the surface, firing at the giant beam generators that were in my path. The explosion from that sent shock waves that leveled the entire complex around it. It was the moment of my life.
Wow. That was some fight.
I'll never forget those times. But things are different now. We can't go on fighting the way we did. There are too few of us left now. But I really don't want to talk about this anymore. I trust I've satisfied your curiosity for now. Is there something else you want to know?
Well, nothing more for now.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Nice war story. Seems Candace told me about what it's like to drop through the atmosphere in one of the Mandalorian's basilisk war droids. From what he said, there must have been fearsome weapons. He would probably tell me more stories if I talked to him later on. This is my ship, the Ebon Hawk. Bunch of supplies. It's kind of like the Millennium Falcon. Lots of room to spare. Can you construct me a programming spike from ET3? I can get as much as I want. I want you to help me make me a grenade. Thank you. Have you had anything more to say about yourself, Zalbar? Okay. Then I will leave you be. And let's talk to Juhani.
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before in the Grove. It was wrong of me.
Well, you thought the dark side had consumed you. It is nothing.
I am sorry for attacking you. I am sorry for thinking you would only try to kill me. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes, and in my own.
Well, do not worry, Juhani. I forgive you.
Thank you. It is most reassuring to know that you can forgive me, even though I tried to take your life. I can only hope that, in our time journeying together, I will succeed.
Alright. So what do you know? Juhani has apologized for the way she acted towards me. She seems to be very hard on herself for her actions. If you talk to her more, you may find out more about her. Unless, of course, what's going on.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
Was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Well, how did you come to be a Jedi?
How I came to be a Jedi? I am sure you would not find it very interesting. Are you sure you would like to hear?
Yes, please continue.
Well, it goes back a number of years. Back on my homeworld, we did not see Jedi very often, especially where I lived.
Where did you live?
The hind end of space. A pit of a world, to be sure, where Jedi rarely tread. But we had heard of them. Well, everyone had, so that is not to be unexpected. Champions of truth, defenders of justice, heroes of the Republic. It was very easy for a child to be enthralled by their image, their mystique. Maybe I was one of those children.
Did you meet a Jedi?
Yes. Yes, I did. When I saw a Jedi for the first time, they lived up to everything my imagination had created them to be. I was awed, and maybe a little enamored.
So, what did you do?
From that moment on, I knew that I would have to try to become a Jedi. To lift myself out of the rut I had been living in for years, and to make a real difference as the Jedi wore. The foolish delusions of a child, but this child made it happen. As soon as I was able, I left my world and went in search of them. I found them and was accepted. I had been living my dream on Dantooine for several years before you came. Although, perhaps I was not entirely ready for it, or not completely suited to the task. Otherwise, I would not have fallen. But thanks to you, I have been redeemed. Perhaps I may yet live to see that dream of mine come true. Come, there is much we should do. Let us not waste time talking. Action is what is needed.
Well, what do you know? I asked the right questions. So, Juhani told me of how she idolized Jedi in her youth and dreamed of being a Jedi. It would seem that she had succeeded in her desire. Maybe talking to her later will reveal more about her past. So that should be a nice gesture. Okay, let's see how Mission Veo is doing.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Terrace. I still can't believe it's gone. I mean, I grew up there and now it's just gone.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
I don't really think there's anything you can say. I just have to find some way to deal with it, I guess. It'll take some time. Look, I'm not saying I can't go on or anything like that. It's a shock, you know? I mean, I knew the Sith were evil and all, but the reality of it kind of slaps you in the face. But I suppose that's why we need to stop Malik, right? The more time I spend dwelling on Terrace, the more chance some other planet will get wiped out. I guess that's what it comes down to. So don't worry about me. I'll be okay. And if you need my help against Malik or the Sith, I'll be there for you.
I guess you pulled yourself through.
Hey there. What can I do for you?
Can you make me a security spike?
No problem. Just so happens I've got one here I've been working on. Here you go. I'll just add it to our inventory. Anything else you need?
Do you know what do you know anything about the planet we're on?
I'm not the one you should ask about Dantooine. I didn't even know there was a Jedi Academy here. I always thought it was just a bunch of settlers and farmers. Sorry I can't be more help, you know. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Well, never mind.
Okay, have it your way.
Well, that kind of went smoothly. But at least she got over her grief about how it happened. So this is a galaxy map, the Ebon Hawk's onboard navigational computer. When you're ready to leave Dantooine, you can use the galaxy map to travel to other planets around the galaxy.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Well, you've been very quiet lately, you know that?
Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop.
Left out of the loop? I don't understand.
Left out of the loop, you know, not being told anything, strung along. It's really starting to irritate me. For one thing, I want to know what the Jedi Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it. I'm rather curious to know what went on, and why they didn't keep you on Dantooine for training. Isn't that strange?
Well... why don't you ask Bastila?
I'd be more than happy to, but she's as closed-mouthed as the rest of the council. I'm hoping you'll be the one to enlighten me.
Of course, I mean... they thought it was more important that I help find the... well... they thought it was more important that I help find the star maps than stay.
And why is that? You were a great help on Terrace, but why would they keep you with us? Don't they have to train you?
Well, they said there's a bond between Bastila and myself.
A bond? What kind of bond? You mean to say that they told you that you were tied to Bastila in some way? I have trouble believing that. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why? That's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason.
Well, are you saying I'm not needed? Well...
no, I didn't mean that you weren't wanted, or that I want to go, it's just... damn it. Well, I'll tell you this much, I'm not going to wait around until I'm betrayed again.
Oh, listen, I am not going to betray you. I am not Saul.
Yeah, we'll just see about that, won't we? Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is insult you, isn't it?
No!
Just forget I said anything. Let's just get on with what we were doing.
Oh, boy. What, you trying to be emo? Karth feels like he's being left out of the loop with the Jedi Council and Bastila are concerned. Because of the betrayals in his past, he's not reacting to the situation well. Hopefully in time he'll learn to cope with his emotional demons. Ugh.
How can I help?
Well, you have something you want to ask me?
I do. How did you know?
Well, educated guess. From the way you keep staring.
I'm a Jedi. I am far too disciplined to betray my emotions with outward physical displays. We both know the real reason you have some idea of what I'm thinking, the bond we share.
What do you mean?
Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you.
Yeah, you can warn me when I do something bad. Blink once for the dark side, twice for light. that's not a cool answer. So, what do you think I should do?
I don't think there's much you can do. If things were different, I would recommend several years of training under one of the Jedi Masters, but I fear that won't be possible. Thankfully, you've exhibited a degree of compassion and self-control up to this point. I sincerely hope you can maintain these traits in the future. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force.
Why are you getting so upset?
I'm sorry if I come across as harsh, but I am concerned for you, for our mission, and for myself as well. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well.
Well, I guess it works both ways, doesn't it? You could help me. Well, I won't do anything to hurt you.
I believe you truly mean what you say, for now, but sometimes it is not so easy to keep such promises. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light.
Well, I would appreciate any help you could offer.
I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission.
Well, what do you know? Bastila seems to have taken the role of teacher upon herself, choosing to lecture you about the evils of the dark side. Understandable, considering the bond of the two of us share. Yeah.
How can I help?
Want to talk about that dream?
It was less of a dream and more of a vision the two of us shared. But I am certainly willing to answer any questions the Jedi Council did not.
So, why did we dream of Malak and Revan?
Perhaps because we desired to. Perhaps because they came to this planet and were strong enough in the Force to leave a trace.
Isn't it a bit convenient to dream about our enemies?
And what else should we dream about except that which is most important to our fate? We dreamed about Revan and Malak either because we were meant to or because we needed to. There is no other way to look at it.
So, do you think we will receive more of these visions?
With luck, we will. I would rather not rely on such visions to guide us, but when we have so little else to go on, and the galaxy hangs in the balance.
What do you think that what Malik and Revan were doing?
I have no idea. It was obviously important, however. That is why we must investigate this further.
Still don't understand why we shared this vision.
Are you wondering why we shared the vision, or why we even received it in the first place? To the first, I can only repeat the answer that the Council gave us. Our fates are linked, and for two as strong as we are in the Force, that amounts to a near-physical bond. As to the second, I truly don't have an answer for you. The Force works as it will, and perhaps we should be grateful for what we've been given.
Well, I guess, But how did our fates become linked?
I don't know. Believe me, I certainly don't find the prospect of being joined to you enjoyable in any fashion.
Well, it just seems a little... Well, thanks a lot.
Please, forgive me. I did not mean to imply that you were repulsive in any sense of the word. That we shared something so personal is just not something I'm used to.
Well, that's all I wanted to know.
As you wish. We really should return our thoughts to business anyway.
Oh boy. Okay, these are the planets I can travel to. This one's here's Dantooine, which I'm in. Grassland. Tatooine, desert, canyons. Native species Jawas, sand people, docking bay, anchorhead settlement. Kashyyyk. Temperate forest. Native species Wookiees, docking area Zerka Corporation outpost. Manan. Terrain, worldwide ocean, native species Selkath, docking city of Otto. Korriban, volcanic mountain range, native species none known, now settled, docking is the Dreshte settlement. We're going to Kashyyyk. It's a fun place to go to Kashyyyk anyways. Now leaving Dantooine and heading towards to Kashyyyk, a temperate forest. All right. Time to jump into hyperspace. Uh-oh, what do we have here? That's Saul. And
Lord Malik, the Star Forge is operating at 200% capacity, far beyond our expectations.
I am more interested in the young Jedi Bastila and her battle meditation. Have you learned how she escaped the destruction of Taris?
She was aided by Karth Onasi, a decorated war hero of the Republic and a legendary soldier. During the Mandalore Wars, he was honored many times for his bravery.
You know this man?
Yes, Lord Malik. He served under me when I still followed the Republic. You could say I was his mentor.
Interesting. How did you acquire this information, Admiral?
An eyewitness, Lord Malik.
It's that bounty hunter. How did he...
Calo Nord, a bounty hunter, was there when Bastila and Karth escaped the planet. Apparently they left him for dead.
A Jedi and a war hero. It's a wonder you survived the encounter.
I am hard to kill, Lord Malik.
Calo has agreed to help us capture the young Bastila for a very hefty fee, of course. But I assure you he is well worth the price. His reputation as a bounty hunter is well earned.
Her companions are nothing to me, Calo. but I desire the young Jedi taken alive, if at all possible.
Lord Malak, forgive me. There is something else. May we have a private audience away from the ears of the common soldiers?
I trust you are not wasting my time, Admiral Kareth.
I promise you will be very interested in what Kalo has to tell you about Bastila's other companions, Lord Malak.
I do not like the sound of this, especially when it comes to the Sith. I wonder what another vision I'll be dreaming now that what comes next. I am dreaming of a forest below the ground. There's another Starforge map. Right next to some kind of technology. There's Kashyyyk. Or Kashyyyk. The docking bay is nearby. And we're just going to land right here. Very nice. Well done. Well done.
The Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Dantooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Kashyyyk is a lush but simple and undeveloped world. I would not have expected to find the alien technology of a star map here.
It looked like the star map was on the forest floor.
The Wookiees of Kashyyyk make their home high among the Rosha branches. Only their bravest warriors dare to descend into the forbidding depths of the forest. If the star map is located far beneath us on the planet's surface, as our vision seems to suggest, it's unlikely the Wookiees even know of its existence. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
We should. And I do believe we are going to stop here for the time being. And thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Oh, hold on a second. You said you were checking the supplies in the cargo hold and something's not right? Not right? What do you mean? Someone's been into the emergency stash of food. Mission and I asked everyone, but nobody knows about anything. Anything about. You might want to check out the food stores the next time you're in the cargo hold. Ooh, okay. So Zalbar is concerned about the emergency food stores in the Ebon Hawk's cargo hold. The Wookiee's natural fixation on food might be causing him to worry unjustly, but you should still check it out just to be safe. Okay, we are going to stop here, and don't worry, we're going to continue to pick up from where we left off. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and tell me, what do you guys think of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, whether it's loved or hated by viewers, and such, and so on and so forth. So for anyways, this is Leo Wolverine saying and speaking as always, Godspeed, play safe, and shalom! And once again, may the Force be with you.